All right, Wasted World of Sports. We are straight into it on this one. Scotland versus Fiji. It was unexpected, so it took me a little bit of time to set it up. I wasn't anticipating doing this game, but we decided that we would. So here we are. We've gone straight into it just in the nick of time. Right in time for kickoff. So welcome along. Thank you for rejoining us here on the Wasted World of Sports. We just got through a blockbuster of a game between the All Blacks and England, hoping for a similar game here. Fiji have really started to grow on the world stage, and they've been taking it to some teams lately. Can they take the fight to Scotland here tonight? It is Fiji with the early possession inside Scotland's territory. I'm a little bit at a loss here on this one, I must admit. I'm a little bit at a loss in terms of the players, and a lot of these guys are pretty new to me. Usually when we cover these games, we're covering New Zealand, Australia, South Africa. As Fiji, this is loose out the back. And Scotland have got an early opportunity now. Driving over the top of this ball and winning the penalty, and they'll have a shot at post here, I dare say. Going out on a limb and saying they'll take the 3 here to get themselves on the board early. So yes, this is all pretty new to me, so I'm quite excited. Jimmy, ahoy there on TikTok. Wasted World of Sports coming to you live on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Well, they have declined the shot at 3, and they have plugged this into the corner. Hastings puts it into the corner, and they have decided that they're going to set up a line out. And they're going to try and drive their way over the line here. Scotland looking for points early. Ashman throws into the line out. The rolling maul is set. They're 15 metres out. They've got great shape here on the maul. Fiji look to defend. They get in and drive them back. And they manage to stall it well. Fiji have done well, but straight up the middle now. And 5 metres out. Scotland on the attack. Looking for first points. Do forgive me that I don't know the players' names. I haven't got it in front of me. I haven't got that far into the setup yet. Here we go, teams. This will help me. As I said, I follow a lot of the Southern Hemisphere. Yeah, Scotland and Fiji are quite new to me. We don't normally cover these games. But very happy to be bringing you the action. Just a couple of metres out now, Scotland. Penalty advantage. Fiji have been caught diving over. And Fagerson with the pick and go. Well, they can spread it wide here. Scotland, they've got free reign, but they still just go the pick and go. A couple of metres short, looking for first points. Fiji continue to hold on. Now Scotland switch direction, and it's been deliberately tapped down, and this is going to be an early penalty and potentially an early send-off. This could be 10 in the bin. We saw Caleb Clark get away with one earlier in the All Blacks game. This was a lot more blatant. Fiji could be down a man. This is a big call early on. Deliberate knockdown. It is a big sin in rugby union. You've got to make those intercept attempts count. Gone up to the TMO for review. And this is a big call. Fiji staring down the barrel here. A man in the bin early. Yes, he reaches into the pocket. And it had to happen. Look, I don't like the rule. A yellow card for a deliberate knockdown. Not a fan of the rule myself. but it was pretty clear cut. Fiji down a man early. 4 minutes gone. And that is not a good start. Scotland win the line out. Set up the rolling maul. Ashman's got it at the back. Going backwards, though. Big drive here from Fiji. Forcing them sideways. And it comes away with Fiji. Well, they've defended it extremely well. And now they look to counter-attack. But that is a shocking kick off the side of the boot. It sprays away and over the sideline. But still, they've managed to get themselves out of the danger zone. Scotland will have the line-out throw, but they've lost a lot of territory. They go quickly out into midfield, trying to use that extra man advantage. And a penalty right out in front. Well, do they consider just slowing things down and taking the points here? Scotland, you'd have to think about it, surely. Take the points, get themselves on the board. Oh, not even a consideration. Hastings going straight for the corner. They want to try and take advantage of this extra man while they've got it. I'm not sure about that call. Tania Godwin, ahoy there. This will be a fast-paced game. Certainly, it's started that way. And I'm loving these experimental rules, these new rules with the shot clocks and the timers on all the plays. Very, very good. Scotland throw to the middle. Fiji get up and disrupt, but they've knocked the ball on. And this will be the first scrum of the game. Fiji down a man early. A deliberate knockdown, 10 in the bin. And this is what I was saying. Caleb Clark was very lucky to get away with that in the All Blacks England game. There was a lot of inconsistencies in the officiating in that game. And the rules were applied to the letter of the law in this one. And poor Fiji, they copped the brunt of it. Feeling the pressure early. They're about 15 metres out from the line here. Scotland have had all the attack, all the possession, all the territory. They've got the extra man advantage. Can they come away with some points? Vandermeer is out here on the wing. He's calling for it. He's got his hand up nice and early. Look for a crossfield kick, maybe. If they get the scrum away even. No, it is a penalty. Fiji have collapsed on this near side. Hastings will put this into the corner. Why change it? And Scotland will have the line out 5 metres out. Tania Godwin says officiating is another area that needs an overhaul. It's become far too inconsistent. And this goes across codes, right? We cover the Rugby Union and the Rugby League here on the channel. And it goes across both codes. As Scotland go to the back and secure the ball. An advantage for taking the man out in the air. And away from the back of the rolling maul, breaking away to score is Ewan Ashman. And that is the first try. Scotland have scored. Ewan Ashman. It's 5 points to 0. Kick to come. They had the penalty advantage as well from that line out. And this is a big start. Oh, TMO's getting involved. Oh, we were talking about the TMOs in the last game. Was it you, Tania? It might have been you. Saying that the TMO has ruined rugby. Well, here comes the TMO again. And I think Scotland are going to get this one scrubbed off. What are we looking at here exactly? 8.5 minutes gone. A TMO review. We're looking for truck and trailer. Pierre Schumann has just got ahead of the play there. And that's fair enough. See, this is what I was talking about as well. If the call is correct, fair play. If they get the decision right, I don't have a problem. And that's a pretty clear truck and trailer there. Pierre Schumann just detached from the maul and he was ahead of the play and he interfered with the defense. And this will rightfully so come back for a penalty. Nil all it remains. What a let off there for Fiji. Although Scotland will still get the ball because they had the penalty advantage from the line out. That's what's happened here. Fiji attacked the player in the air. So Scotland had the penalty advantage. The truck and trailer from Schumann scrubs out the try, but we come back for the penalty to Scotland and they go again. They'll play the exact same play, I should imagine. No, they released the ball early, tapping it down off the top of the line out to Graham. Graham now sends it out right to the left. And Kyle Rowe will put on some fancy footwork and they can't take this one off them. Kyle Rowe gets the first try. Well, all that TMO interjection for what? For one extra play. The very next play. And over they go. Scotland do get their first points. Beautiful footwork there from Kyle Rowe. But in fairness, it was a pretty clear truck and trailer. I've got no problem with that original try being scrubbed out. No issue with that whatsoever. And absolutely no issue with that try. That's now been awarded. Conversion successful. And Scotland lead this 7 points to 0. Now, here's a question, Tania. Since since you're the only chatty one there over on the YouTube chat, what do you think of the new, like the shot clock and the timer and everything? I personally am loving it. I'm loving the pace with which they're forced to kick the goals now, and we've got to come back to halfway and take the kickoff nice and quick. A big run here from Jack Dempsey from the kickoff. Good work. Still 3.5 minutes. Fiji have a man in the bin. Box kick clearance. Not a lot of distance, but it is contestable. And it's lost forward by Fiji, who think they're away, but they're not. It's been knocked on, and we'll come back for the scrum. Feed to Scotland. A chaotic start to this match. Fiji, the man in the bin. Scotland looking to take advantage of that extra man. 2 minutes 40 left. And this scrum will chew off some time as well. Scrum collapses on this near side. Penalty to Scotland. Fiji have collapsed. They're under the pump early here. The referee is all over them. And coming in to have words now with the front row. Ah, poor Fiji. They are well and truly under the pump here. No issue with those, but the dreaded TMO just slows everything down and frustrates everyone, says Tania Godwin. But yes, once again, I personally go back to, if the correct decision is made, we're all good. But there does need to be a limit as to how far back we go. That one there, the truck and trailer on Scotland's first try, all good. But that what we saw earlier a couple of times in the All Blacks England game, they went back, like the TMO intervened from so far back. So much play had gone on. So many phases had played out before the TMO interjected. That's where it's a problem. I absolutely agree with that. That's where it becomes a huge issue. Scotland back on the attack now, inside Fiji's territory. Still a minute 20 to go with a man in the bin. Who got the yellow card? Frank Lomani it was. Gamer Mel, ahoy there. Jesus, what are you doing up, Gamer Mel? 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Quick ruck ball here for Scotland. They've had almost 100% of the ball. Through the hands now, out to the left. Almost going through there is Tui Pilotu. But he's brought to ground just inside Fiji's territory. Cummings now has the ball pilfered, but it's been lost forward, and it's been pilfered illegally by Fiji. Oh, don't tell me. Another yellow card. It is another yellow card. Well, this is getting ridiculous. Lomani is 23 seconds away from coming back onto the field, and now Fiji have just been presented another yellow. I think that one was pretty harsh. There was no warning. No warning at all on that one. The last one, the referee had no choice. A deliberate knockdown. No choice but 10 in the bin. This time, absolutely no warning. And Apasalome Vita off to the bin for 10. Scotland throw to the line out. Taken in the middle by Gilchrist. Down the short side they go. And back inside from Ashman to Darcy Graham. And they score another one, Scotland. And this could get ugly very, very quickly. They are taking full advantage of the extra men. Scotland putting on well, slightly forward there, maybe, to be honest. But they get away with it. Oh, slightly my ass. That was actually a mile forward. They do get away with it, though. Ashman pops it back inside, and Darcy Graham scores. Game of Mel, you can never sleep. Sometimes you wake up 3 a.m. Today you woke up 4 a.m. Fair enough. I completely understand. Yeah, I'm a very terrible sleeper. I mean, I pretty much have to get like completely written off to be able to have a decent night's sleep. I toss and turn and I fidget with the pillow to try and get it in a position where it doesn't kill my neck. I have a difficulty getting a good pillow that's nice on my neck. But yeah, I toss and turn and fidget, and yeah, I pretty much write myself off in order to get a good night's sleep, which is not good. I know it's not a good thing. But it is what it is. That's why you're always so tired and late at the games whenever I stream. Well, you're not late for this one. You're up bright and early. Just like myself. 14 points to 0. Scotland have the lead here. Fiji with the restart. Taken by Gilchrist. 2 yellow cards inside the opening 20 minutes for Fiji is not good. I had been talking up their chances, hoping for a good game. Box kick clearance here, and Fiji come down with the ball. Hang on. I thought he was off the field. Well, that must have been another number, and I've just got it mistaken. Up over halfway, Fiji, strong carry. Oh, they're getting in each other's way now, and an obstruction in midfield. Oh, it's gone to hell in a handbasket pretty quickly here for Fiji. Scotland, catch them napping. Put the crossfield kick in. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me Darcy Graham has stolen a second try here. We need to have a closer look at this, but they caught them napping. Scotland got the penalty. Fiji stopped. They thought there was going to be a kick to touch. There wasn't. It was a crossfield kick for Graham. Darcy Graham's been tackled early as well. Does he get hands on this? He does. He looks to get the second kick away. He doesn't. He's missed it completely, and that'll be a knock on. This one's going to get scrubbed out. Fiji are still hanging in there. That'll get scrubbed out, surely. I mean, this is a miracle try if Graham's got boot to ball there. Going to be an interesting call. He seems very confident. The TMO will surely interject here, you would have to think. Yes, the TMO is having a look at this. I'm not convinced that Darcy Graham gets boot to ball here. He air swings it. He air swings it completely, so that will be a knock on. And they're off the hook here, Fiji. Oh, it might have just grazed the boot. This is going to be a very interesting call. Scotland have been getting the rub of the green so far. That's fair to say. I think the right call has been made here, though. The referee's calling them up. Knock on. He did miss the boot. Great heads-up play, though, from Scotland, even though the execution was just lacking on that occasion. It was a great heads-up play and caught them napping, caught the Fiji defense napping. A 3 a.m. wake-up is the witching hour, is it? Very spooky. Very fitting for Halloween, even though Halloween has now passed us by. Oh! Try's been awarded! Well, there you go. Darcy Graham bags a double. I thought the referee was calling everybody in to have a chat and say, look, here's what's happened, lads. He's missed the ball. He's had an air swing. But no, he's actually called them in to say he's brushed the ball with his boot. So it's play on. And a try has been awarded. Well, they're getting the rub of the green here, Scotland. And 20 minutes into the game, this one could be over. It could be all she wrote. Hastings hooks this one off to the left. And it remains 19 points to 0. I mean, that deserved a try, honestly. It did. Heads up play. Fiji, they were caught napping. Pretty much an unforgivable situation. I thought for sure it was an air swing. Yeah, and I think Hastings knows it as well. Not Hastings. Sorry, Darcy Graham. I think Darcy Graham knows it as well. The cheeky smile on his face there, like, whoa, they awarded that one. Wow. He's as surprised as everybody else. But they have awarded it. And Scotland lead this 19 points to 0. It is a long way back for Fiji. Like, honestly, if this was Scotland versus England or France or the All Blacks, say, you'd say, great start, Scotland. but the game is not done and dusted. And now the intercept and another try incoming. I wasn't even finished my sentence about saying how, but Fiji, this is an insurmountable lead, and they've gone and thrown an intercept pass, and Scotland have got another one. It's 24 points to 0, and this is definitely going to be over by halftime. Huw Jones with the intercept. I hadn't even got through my sentence explaining that it was a long way back and a bridge too far for Fiji, and they've gone and given up another try. $24 points to 0 with the kick to come from right beside the post. Still 3 minutes in the sin bin for Vota. Conversion successful. And the Scots are on an absolute roll. Fiji seem to have gone backwards since the World Cup. There's Tania Godwin. I feel... Look, I don't want to... How do I say this politely? I feel like they've been a little hard done by, Fiji. This referee is all... I don't want to say it feels like he's got a vendetta, but this referee has been all over Fiji. Some of the calls have been questionable at best. The yellow card, he had no choice, the first one. The first one, absolutely no choice. Deliberate knockdown, it was plain as day. Deliberate knockdown is 10 in the bin. First one, there was absolutely no choice. The second yellow card, though, not even there was no warning. There was never a warning. It was not a professional foul. It was on the halfway line. So it's not even like Scotland. If it were a professional foul, Scotland were in try-scoring distance, you could understand. But the second one was unforgivable. I disagree wholeheartedly with the second yellow. And look, I think it was a pretty clear air swing, knock on for Darcy Graham's second try. They got the call. It is what it is. Scotland are getting the rub of the green. What can we say? It happens. Sometimes it just happens. I don't know who the referee is. I don't want to accuse him of having a vendetta against Fiji, but in my opinion, Scotland are clearly getting the rub of the green here tonight. Penalty advantage now for Fiji. A chance to hit back with some points. They attack the right-hand edge. Inside the 22. Quick ruck ball. Still under penalty advantage. Oh, loose ball, but we'll come back for the penalty. 26 points to 0. It is. Take the 3. You'd love to see Fiji get a try here, in all honesty. You really would. They plug it into touch. 5 meters out from the line, they can set up a rolling maul and try and get some points on the board here, Fiji. Back to a full complement of players as well. Fiji, dummy to the front. They go to the middle. Rolling maul is set. Scotland get in and look to defuse, but Fiji have got it set. It now collapses. They've still got it at the back. It's gone to ground, Fiji. They need to get this out. They don't. And Scotland will get the scrum. Solid defense from the Scots. Fiji just lacking the execution there. They had the rolling maul set. Oh, Gamer Mel, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gamer Mel, for the $7.99 super chat on YouTube. God bless you. Cheers. Already a channel member and still super chatting. Penalty at scrum time here for Scotland. It goes from bad to worse for Fiji. As we salute Gamer Mel and her cup stacking. I mean, legitimately cup stacking. People probably hear that and think I'm joking. I'm not. Gamer Mel and the cup stacking. Well, that was horrible form, wasn't it? The horrible form that I just had. That's not going to win any competitions. But yes, thank you very much, Gamer Mel. Channel member already and still coming in clutch with the super chats. Very much appreciate it, my friend. Ashman throws to the back of the line out. Scotland set up the maul on halfway. Numbers to the right, and they do release it that way. Hastings, out the back it goes. The kick through. Don't tell me it's going to be another one for Graham. No, it is scooped up by Karawalivo, and he's away down the left-hand edge. Pops the pass back in field, and Fiji have got some go forward at last. Buate Karawalivu bursting down the sideline. But they've lost some ground here, Fiji. Back to halfway. And loose ball, they've lost it forward. No penalty to Fiji. Tap and go. Straight up the middle. A dummy. Lamani goes on his own. Scotland try to get in and spoil. They're unsuccessful though. Fiji still have it. Sending it out to the left. Can't get the arms free. Scotland defend well. 26 points to 0. 27.5 minutes gone. Staying on the short side. Fiji. Not really making any inroads. Penalty advantage though. Scotland drive in illegally. Wouldn't you just love to see? I mean, I don't care who you're going for. Whether you're going for Scotland or whether you're going for Fiji, I don't care. Wouldn't you just love to see a comeback, though? Through the hands they go to the left. They being Fiji. Salawa. Down the short side. 30 metres out. Fiji going through the phases. Playing under advantage. Crossfield kick has been read well. And will come back for the penalty. It was read well there by Vandermeer. And we'll come back for the Fiji penalty. Scotland failing to roll away. 26 points to 0. Fiji can plug it into the corner. We really want to see them get a try. I don't have a dog in this fight. I really don't. I just want to see a good game. And a good game could be sparked by Fiji getting some points here. 28 minutes into the contest. They're trailing 26-0. Get themselves on the board. Come on, Fiji. I'm not supposed to show any bias whatsoever, one way or the other, to either team when I'm calling these games. But come on, we don't want to see a 60 points to 0 smashing. We want to see Fiji get on the board. We want to see a comeback. We want to see them make a game of it. We stayed up for it. It's 4 a.m. here, local time for me. We stayed up for it. We want to see a game. Fiji, go to the back. It's stolen by Scotland at the back of the line out. And Scotland secure possession in midfield. Clearing kick now. Not a lot of distance found. And it's straight down the throat of the Fijian fullback, whose name I honestly can't say. I'm really struggling with these names tonight. Isaiah Armstrong Ravula. That's the Fiji fullback. Numbers to the right. Fiji, can they get it out there? Basketball pass over the top. Dara Nalagi takes it inside the 22. Scotland are all in over the top of this. Very lucky to secure possession still here, Fiji. Driving defense from Daj. Intercepted from Vandermeer, but was he offside? Yes, he was. And it's a penalty for Fiji. Where's the warning? Honestly, there was no warning for that second yellow card for Fiji. That's multiple penalties now from Scotland here inside the 22. Where is the consistency? Where is the warning now for them? When is he going to go into the pocket? Will he go into the pocket? Fiji plug it into the corner once more. Needing points before the halftime break. Kawake with the throw. Scotland have stolen a couple of line-out ball. They go to the back this time. Fiji secure possession. Rolling maul is set. They break away now. Fiji, they're close. A couple of meters short. Salawa plants it back. Inside the 5 meters still. Heading back towards midfield, towards the posts. Half a metre short now, Fiji. One out from the ruck. Pressure on Scotland. Fiji sweep around the back of the ruck. They get a penalty advantage. Lomani darts from dummy half. Not dummy half, scrum half. The base of the ruck. He's nearly over. They've still got the ball here, Fiji. Penalty advantage. Oh, it opens up in midfield, but plants himself into the foot of the goalpost. Does the number 7, Sawala. Pick and go from Ikanivir. And now the yellow card. The referee reaches into the pocket, and Scotland have got the yellow. Ewan Ashman has seen yellow. All right, Fiji, now's your chance. Scotland did a lot of damage when Fiji had a man down. Can they return serve? 2 out from the ruck. They attack the right-hand edge here. Fiji needing points. They're close. The money goes in and digs the ball out. Very thin defensive line. Numbers to the left here for Fiji. The pass goes out wide and putting on a great step. Passing back in field and driving over the line. And they score their first try, Fiji. They spread the ball wide, used the extra man advantage, cut back in field, and they get a well-deserved try. Isaiah Armstrong Ravula, the fullback, barges over. They spread them wide to the left, used the extra man advantage. The number 11, whose name I can't say in all honesty, Logan Laganamasi, steps back inside. Kyle Rowe pops the pass back for Isaiah, and Armstrong Ravula barges his way over. Fiji have got their try. Scotland are a man down, and Fiji have got their try. 26 points to 5. Kick to come. Oh, that was good. Well, that wasn't. That's the shittiest conversion attempt I've ever seen in my life. And it remains 26 points to 5. Jack Sicky says, against all odds, Fiji score. Yes. Dr. Pooh says Massey for short. Who's that? The number 11. Ah, yeah. Logan Imasi. Loganamasi. Massey for short. Yeah, fair enough. I might have to remember that. Points on the board might change Fiji's mojo now. Let's see. 26 points to 5. Fiji come down with the restart. Vota inside the 22. Lamani pops it up for Ekanavir. When will the clearing kick come? Lamani looks like he's sitting up the box kick now. He does. Clears up towards halfway. Scotland lose it forward, but we're coming back for a penalty. For what? For what? Interference, obstruction call against Fiji with the box kick clearance. Well, I look as perplexed as the Fijians do right now. In all honesty, and this is a gift 3 points for Scotland. Well, a penalty, an obstruction penalty against the box kick clearance. He had a player in the ruck in front of him. You never see that called. You never see that called. Wow. I mean, I really do. I've got nothing at all against Scotland. At all. But I swear to God, this referee has got some sort of agenda against the Fijians here tonight. I'm sorry. There has been some shocking calls. You see that every single game. You see that. Well, in fairness, now having seen the slow motion replay, Hetet, the prop, did lean in and make contact. Had he just stood there, I think he would have been fine. I actually have to call myself out there and say, having seen the replay, that's actually a fair call. Had he just stood there, he would have been fine, but he did actually lean in and create an obstruction. I take it all back. That was actually a fair call. I actually don't have a problem with that, having seen it now on the slow motion replay. This time, Fiji get their box kick right, and they get the kick chase right as well. That is huge defense. 29 points to 5. Scotland have got the lead here, and they've got full control of this match. I've got to keep an eye on the time as well, because I want to see the Formula 1 qualifying. Got to see the F1 qualifying. Scotland with the clearance up over halfway. Taken by Muntz. Muntz is driven backwards. Plants it back. Fiji are in possession. Crawling forward. Literally crawling forward there. Rotu Isolia. I've got to come up with shorter names for the Fijian players. I'm sorry. I really do. Great footwork here from Darcy Graham. He's beaten 3 defenders and goes up inside Fiji's territory. Fiji, though, counter ruck. They drive over the top and they come away with the ball. Beautiful work there. Salawa pilfers it. Beautiful counter ruck from Fiji. Now, they spread it wide to the left. They do have numbers. 3 minutes left in the bin for Scotland. Ewan Ashman, that is, in the bin for 3 more minutes. 29 points to 5. Another try here from Fiji with the man at the bin would kind of keep it a little bit interesting. And they are looking to use that man advantage. And they create the space. Down the right-hand edge they go. Inside the 22. Good defense from Scotland. Fiji still have possession, though. 22 out from the line. They're just spreading it from wing to wing, trying to use that extra man. Scotland race up quickly. They were offside surely there, but Muntz steps back in field. Back towards the middle of the post. Penalty advantage incoming now. 8 phases of play and a penalty advantage for Fiji. They do have a chance to head back now. Inside the 22. Held up and driven backwards. Still in possession. 10 phases they've gone through. Cut out pass. Finding space down the left-hand edge. And he's called forward pass. Oh, jeez. They've scored the try, Fiji. Lagunamasi. He's called it a forward pass, which I think is absolute bollocks. We are coming back for the penalty, though. Oh, Fiji can feel very hard done by here, in all honesty. I do really legitimately hate to bring question to the officiating. This has been very, very one-sided officiating, though, in all honesty. A forward pass call there has robbed Fiji of a try. Dead set. They do have the penalty. Half-time is up. 42 minutes on the clock. 29 points to 5. Fiji can feel very, very hard done by, in my opinion. They plug it into the corner. Ekanavir will throw to the line now. Goes to the front. Fiji set up a rolling maul that collapses immediately. They've fallen over themselves there. So no penalty advantage. They tripped over themselves. Now they go back on the attack. A couple of meters out. Scotland try to get in and spoil. Fiji, though, still in possession. Now they get their penalty advantage. What can they come up with here, Fiji? Big defense from Scotland, stealing the ball in front of the post, but we come back for the penalty. Fiji will have a chance again to plug it into the corner. As Ashman comes back onto the field, Scotland back to a full complement. They have survived that little period with a man down. 43.5 minutes. We are 3.5 minutes over the half-time break. So what will Fiji decide to do here? They're not taking the points, surely. They've come back and accepted the penalty right in front of the sticks. And it looks like they're going to tap and go. They are going to tap. Tawaki taps and rumbles it forward. Scotland dive in at the legs and shut the big man down. Penalty advantage again. They're offside. Fiji have surely got a score here. They must. And they do break away and score. Fiji get last say in the first half. A try. It had to happen. Meli Deranalagi, the try scorer for Fiji. The number 6 breaks his way through, and Fiji have hit back right on the stroke of half-time. Well, not even right on the stroke of half-time. 5 minutes beyond halftime because this just played on and on and on. We are 5 minutes after the halftime siren, and Fiji have got themselves over for another try. 29 points to 10. And, they've missed another one. Oh, that's another shocker. 29 points to 10 it remains at the halftime break. Some critical tries there from Fiji. Oh, you really do hate to question the officiating, but some of the calls tonight, oh, geez, I would love to know who the referee is and what his problem is with Fiji. I just got that feeling about it. I hate to bring the game into disrepute, but geez, like God, some of these calls have been bewildering. Anyway, look, Fiji have hung on in there. Honestly, the way that it was going, it could easily have been 40-plus points to 0 by the halftime break. They recollected themselves somewhat, Fiji, and they've hung on in there. Look, 29 points to 10. If only they had the kicking boots on, it would have been 29-14. But there's been a couple of shocking attempts at conversion. 29 points to 10, though. I mean, they'll take that, honestly. The way that it was looking, they will take that. 29-10 at the break. Halftime here. We'll have a quick break here for the Wasted World of Sports, and we'll be back for the second half. Cheering on a Fiji comeback. Honestly, no disrespect at all to Scotland. I have got nothing at all against the Scots. I am just now personally cheering on Fiji just because of the way the officiating's been. I feel like Fiji have been pretty hard done by, personally, and I'll be cheering them on in the second half pretty hardcore. We do try to show no bias whatsoever here on the Wasted World of Sports, but I'm sorry, I'm going to be all in on Fiji for this second half. Halftime break, though, 29 points to 10. Second half coming up after this on the Wasted World of Sports. Thanks for being with us so far. We'll be right back after this break. Cheers.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. The wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and take pads last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales, all big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah.
All right, Ways to World of Sports, halftime here. And Scotland, well and truly on top. 29 points to 10. And very much controlling this game. Now, I'm checking out the Formula One qualifying as well, which has just kicked off. They haven't started yet, actually racing. But it looks like it is pissing down there in Brazil from the coverage that I just saw. So that'll be interesting. That will really tighten up the field there in the Formula One. Let's see. What have I missed in the chat room while I had my quick little break there? Dr. Pooh has said Northern Hemisphere refs always been like this. Wayne Barnes. Oh. Ask any Kiwi about Wayne Barnes, right? The missed forward pass that knocked them out of the World Cup. In fairness, Wayne Barnes himself, that particular day aside, actually developed into quite a good referee, in my opinion. I mean, that was obviously an absolute stinker to miss that forward pass so blatantly. But I feel like Wayne Barnes developed into one of the top referees in the game, in all honesty. Jack Sicky says Scott's infringing more near their line and no yellow card. Well, they did end up receiving one. But I absolutely agree. If that was Fiji, the Fiji would have had 2 or 3 yellow cards by now. I don't know about that, Dr. Pooh. I think Wayne Barnes later in his career really did. No, I understand what you were saying. But I feel like Wayne Barnes, I held a grudge for a long, long time over that missed forward pass. But I do feel like he did evolve into a quite a high standard referee. Tania Godwin says, "Come on, Fiji." 29-10. It's it's 3 converted tries. 3 converted tries is not insurmountable, but but they're playing against 15 men. Let's be fair. Let's be honest. I really do hate to stand here and piss and moan about referees, but the officiating tonight has been very questionable. Let's say that. That's the nice, polite way of saying it. It's been very questionable. Hello, you. How are you going, huh? How has your night been? Do you want to say ahoy to the people? Ahoy to the people. Yeah, those people out there. Do you see them? Out there. Dr. Pooh says he also tried to shaft at us in the quarterfinal in the World Cup against Ireland. Fair enough. Look, honestly, mate, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't necessarily remember that. But obviously, who can forget that forward pass or that missed forward pass? That missed forward pass. I mean, that will go down in history. That will go down in history, right? I mean, that will never be forgotten. Ah. Teams coming back out for the second half. Scotland and Fiji. A big, big second half needed for Fiji. Oh, someone's off the track in the wall. Who is it? Couldn't see who it was. So for this second half, obviously, I'll be keeping one eye on the Formula One. Seeing how qualifying goes. Rups says, "Go, Fiji. Give it your best shot." Honestly, that's all they can do. All they can do is come out and play what's in front of them and give it their best shot. Dr. Pooh says, "My uncle said at the time, Joe Montana would be proud. It was that forward." Yes, but then it wasn't as far forward as Reece Walsh to win the match against the Warriors. In fairness, I don't know who the referee was that night, but Wayne Barnes would have been proud of the call. 29 points to 10, Scotland in the lead. 40 minutes of play left in this one. That referee, the referee tonight, he reminds me of somebody. A video game character. It's going to drive me crazy. That is Scotland get the second half underway. Fiji will have first use of it, and they clear immediately, not even setting up a ruck. Lamani just immediately puts boot to ball, and Scotland have it on halfway through Dempsey. $29 points to 10, they lead. Fiji need to be the first team to score here in the second half. That much is for certain. Scotland in possession, though, just inside their own half. Setting up a box kick here. Price puts it high, contestable. Dropped by Fiji, but backwards. And Lamani's caught high. Play on, though, says the referee. And Fiji look to clear this ball. Lamani, box kick. Scotland take it at the back. A very comfortable 19 points lead at the moment. A couple of quick tries. What's needed here from Fiji? Price with the box kick. A lot of height, not a lot of distance. Tapped back for Fiji, and they're back in possession. And on the outside of the defense goes Armstrong. Ravula has to fire it back inside as he goes close to the touchline. Oh, and it is hammering down rain in Brazil. Well, that's going to make qualifying very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'm looking forward to that. Still on halfway, Fiji in possession. Not making a lot of meters. The Scottish defence is holding firm. Loose pass to Muntz. Manages to wrangle it in. And Fiji will stay attacking down that short side. 5 phases. I'm not sure, Tania. I would love to see it, but I'm not certain. As I said at the halftime break, absolutely nothing against the Scottish team. They're just playing what's in front of them. But I'm all on board. I'm all on board here with Fiji just because of the refereeing that's gone against them today. Big charge forward here, and they've spilt the ball. Backwards, says the referee. Well, there's a call that's gone Fiji's way. At long last. 3 minutes into the second half. Fiji go on the attack. They're 22 meters out. They've gone through 13 phases here. Slowly but surely rumbling the ball up. They've got a few pods set up here to the right-hand side, and that's where Lamani goes. 22 meters out from the line. Back into midfield, keeping the ball alive. Second phase play. No meters gained, though. Inside ball. Going to ground is Karawalivu, the winger. Fiji still in possession. Staying on the short side again. Lamani sends it to Muntz. Muntz tries to get the fend on. He's had the ball ripped away from Vandermeer. Vandermeer breaks away and he's ankle tapped in a try-saving effort. All that work. 17 or so phases from Fiji has come to naught. And Vandermeer breaks away up to halfway. Tania Godwin, you're looking after your neighbour's one-eyed cat at the moment. So she's listening beside you, a die-hard Scott supporter. Do we have a backstory as to what happened with the eye? Lamani with the box kick. Puts it out on the full. Will come all the way back. Fiji with the mistake. Out on the full it goes. Scotland. We've got an injury stoppage here. But Scotland looking very, very cool, calm, and collected here. And well in control of this game. What's his name? William Wallace. William Wallace the cat. $29-10. We've got an injury timeout happening right now. 5 minutes into the second half. 29-10. Fiji absolutely have to be the next team to score. What do we got going on here? Race control. Estimated qualifying start time. 4:15 local time. Uncle Argyle, Wallace's uncle, is actually the cat's name. Ashman will throw to the line out here. Scotland go to the middle, secure the ball. They tap it down immediately and send it wide. And straight through goes Dempsey. Needs support. But Fiji get in and bring him down. 22 out from the line. Stacked blindside from Scotland. Put the kick in, but it goes into touch. Was it off Fiji? No, it was not. Fiji will have the line-out throw. They have defended that well, Fiji. Well, the touchy has put his hand out for a Fiji throw. Let's see what the referee says. I feel like the referee might have overturned this. The touchy put the flag up, put the hand out for a Fiji throw. Ultimately, though, what is the call going to be? Oh, it has deflected off Fiji. This is a big call. Scotland have been getting the rub of the green with the calls. Will they continue? I still haven't seen who's got this throw to the line. Scotland do have the throw to the line out. The referee has overturned the touch judge, and that's a forward pass in midfield, and he's actually called it. Forward pass there against Scotland. I feel like the rugby gods have interjected here. They've thrown the gauntlet down and said, no, enough is enough. We're giving one back. And Fiji have been given a let-off right there. A forward pass in midfield. Fiji with the scrum. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Oh, they're going backwards here in the scrum, Fiji. They have to release it. They do. And a big run from Ella Kenakaivata from the back of the scrum. And a penalty for Fiji. Scotland go off their feet. Scotland off their feet. A relieving penalty here for Fiji. They clear up to halfway with the touch finder. Kanavea with the throw. Goes to the front. Tapped down by Fiji. And they have possession on the halfway line. The Ganamasi is held up, and this will be a turnover ball. A scrum down for Scotland. They've defended that well. Scotland defend well, hold them up off the ground, and force the turnover. A scrum on halfway, and Fiji roll out the interchanges. "19 points in arrears. Trying to get some front foot ball. Trying to turn this game around. Oh, the referee's having words here. He's called both sides out, and he's having a little chat. He wants words with both squads. Just calling for calm. Let's just settle things down here, boys. Things are getting a little bit heated out there in the middle. No, I don't think Fiji are going to win this, Dr. Pooh. I don't. It's a long way back for them. 3 converted tries. But they do have the penalty here. They do put it into touch. 22 metres out from the Scotland line. And they do have a chance to hit back. Ah, right. A rescue cat who was found feral as Fiji put on a blindside play, and they're going to score the try to Vita Ekanavia. A beautiful set-piece play from line out, and Fiji have scored. 29-15, kick to come. They are back in it in a big way. We have seen some comebacks today. We covered the Kiwis versus Tonga in the Rugby League Pacific Championships, where Tonga were leading 24-0, and New Zealand fought back to make it a 25-24 ball game. We saw the All Blacks fight back at the death to steal victory away from England. Are we going to see Fiji with a fight back here when all looked lost and completely hopeless? 29-15. Just imagine if the goal kicking had been on point. They have not kicked a single conversion yet, Fiji. Now they've put one over to make it 29-17. But if they had kicked their other goals, just imagine. If they had kicked their other goals, it would have been 29-21. 29-21 with 30 minutes to play. But they haven't. They've missed those goals, and it's 29-17. It is still game back on. Fiji secure the kickoff inside their own 22. Look for the clearing kick. Lamani got it at the base of the ruck, fires it back into the in goal. Risky business there. And Muntz will clear it. Scotland go quick with the line-out throw. And they immediately shift to the left. Vandermeer. Wrapped up and brought to ground. Fiji have got themselves back in the game, but now Scotland put on a play. Up the middle they go. Hastings spills the ball, and Fiji come away with it. They're off the hook. Fiji, they were under the pump, and they've been let off the hook. (29-17). Fiji clear. Up towards the 40. Scotland look to go quick again, but they can't reel in the ball. A quick throw is no longer an option as that goes into touch. Wow, 29-17, 51 minutes gone. We might have a game on our hands yet here in this one. It looked like one-way traffic early. Fiji with the yellow cards. They could yet fight their way back into this. I mean, that's what we're hoping, right? What we're hoping. Scotland do have the throw into the line out inside Fiji's territory. Scotland, they win the ball. Bundamere's got it on halfway. They've lost some ground. But the Scots do have it. Still in possession. Now they play out to the left where they've got an overlap. Inside ball. Vandermeer goes straight up the middle. 30 metres out from the line now. Scotland. Numbers to the right. They can't exploit it. Fiji scramble. Inside ball. And now straight through goes Darcy Graham. And Darcy Graham will get a hat-trick of tries. Darcy Graham has had an absolute blinder. Scores his third try. And that could be the game. 34 points to 17. That could be it. Fiji needed to keep that momentum going that they had just wrestled back. But that was just a little bit too easy. Darcy Graham beats two very lazy Fijian defenders. 34-17, the kick to come. They have just nullified that hit back. Hastings converts to make it 36-17. Scotland, once again, looking very comfortable. Nice work from Darcy Graham. He's had an outstanding game, to be fair. As Fiji from the restart look to plant the ball down out wide. What happened there? They've been taken into touch. Oh, we need a replay of this. Okay, Fiji have gone short from the restart. Scotland were not in position. And they've nearly raced away from the kickoff to score. It's a line out, 5 metres out. Scotland throw from their own try line. They've nearly made a complete hash of it. They go to the back and it's not straight. And Fiji will get the ball straight back. This is not done yet. Fiji are refusing to go away, showing tenacity here. They'll get the line-out throw. (34-17). Fiji go to the back. Set up the rolling maul. Scotland get in and counter. They counter it. They shut it down. Fiji need to get this ball out. They don't. And Scotland get the scrum feed. Scotland get the scrum feed. Well defended again. It must be said, Scotland. These refereeing decisions aside, Scotland have defended extremely well there and shut that one down. (36-17). But Fiji, they can still apply some pressure here. If they get a big shove on, try and push Scotland off the ball. They can get themselves back in possession. They're once again, Fiji, in a position where they must be the next team to score. Non-negotiable. Five metres out from Scotland's line. Scotland do have the feed. The scrum sets look for a big shunt here from Fiji. Scrum holds firm, though. Scotland collapse. Penalty, Scotland. Well, the scrums are always a lottery, but that looked for all money like Scotland have collapsed. They've won the penalty. And I've got to say, there's another one I'm just not sure about. I am not sure about. That looked like Scotland had collapsed. $23 remain in this game. 36 points to 17. Fiji must be the next to score. Scotland throw to the middle. They secure possession. Gilchrist brings it down. The rolling maul is set. They crab it back in towards midfield. Now they straighten. They fall over their own feet, but the referee awards a penalty advantage for Fiji collapsing. Well, it looked like Scotland fell over themselves there, and now they can put on a set-piece play. Vandermeer goes to ground, just shy of halfway. Scotland have gone up a gear. You can sense it. They've just gone up a gear that Fiji don't necessarily have. Now the pop pass to Vandermeer. Down the short side, into space. 20 metres they march forward into Fiji territory. Wraparound play into midfield. Sutherland goes to ground. Scotland still in possession. They go left. Gilchrist plants it down, and they stay on the left again. Wrap around for Hastings. Cut out ball. Back inside it goes to Jordan. Jordan fends away from one. Takes it to the 22. Penalty advantage now for Scotland. Gilchrist, again, his third carry in these phases. Caught at the back of the ruck is Dobie. And they've lost some ground here, Scotland, but still in possession. Over the top of the ball, Fiji can't secure the turnover. Ferguson with a big charge up the middle. Ferguson out to the left. Penalty to Fiji. Well, they got in each other's way there, Scotland, diving in over the top of the ruck. And a penalty to Fiji. $20 remain for Fiji to try and claw back 19 points. Are they capable? First piece of the puzzle is a solid touch finder on the back of the penalty. $60 gone. 36 points to 17. And Fiji ringing in the changes. They have cleared the bench. Looking for someone, anyone, to make an impact. Muntz kicks the touch. Just short of halfway. Fiji will have the line-out throw. Still inside their own half. Big play here. There's still time enough, but they absolutely must be the next to score, and they've got to score pretty quickly. Fiji, go to the back. It's not straight. Not even close to straight. Well, they've got away with it because the referee has said, we'll throw again. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but they get another chance, and again, it's not straight. And it's a very crooked throw. They had a second chance at it, Fiji, and it was even worse the second time around, to be honest. It wasn't straight the first time. Something happened, and they got given another go at it, and it was even worse the second time around. Scotland will have the scrum feed. Scotland have won the scrum. They put the kick through. Fiji secure it at the back. Oh, there's a Mexican wave happening in the crowd. Well, they're very excited, obviously. Box kick clearance here from Lamani. Taken at the back by Tom Jordan. The Scots back in possession inside Fiji's territory. A switch of direction. Finding some space now in behind the kick. Bounces back. Scotland have it. Inside the 22. Keeping the ball alive. Ferguson goes towards the line. They're 15 out. Scotland back on the attack. Looking to put this game to bed. A big fend from Richardson. Still going Richardson. He's a couple of meters short. And the crash ball. Straight up the middle. And over the line to win the match. 41-17 now. Oh, don't tell me. It's not possibly. It is. Darcy bloody Graham. You can't keep him out of the game. Darcy Graham gets his fourth. You are kidding me. Darcy Graham. A fourth try in the match, and that is game, set, and match for Scotland. What was he even doing there is my question. Darcy Graham is a winger. What was he doing taking crash balls, one out from the ruck, to score the ultimate match winner? I mean, Scotland were probably going to win anyway, in fairness, but that is the, that is the match sealer. I mean, that seals the deal, right? Darcy Graham with his fourth. What the hell was he even doing there? He's a winger, for crying out loud. And I'm afraid that's just well and truly a big ask now indeed. I think it's well and truly beyond. This would be beyond the All Blacks right now, to be honest. So it's a little bit beyond Fiji, if we're being completely fair and honest. 41 points to 17. And we've got to bring it back to the start of the match. In all honesty, Scotland were given a 20-minute head start. Let's be brutally honest and call a spade a spade. Scotland were given a 20-minute head start with, well, as I said, the first yellow card, a deliberate knockdown. It is what it is. I don't agree with the rule, but it is the rule. He had to be sent. The second yellow card, though, was outrageous. It was insanity. Ludicrous was Fiji's second yellow card. No warning for penalties. On halfway, wasn't even in a try-scoring position, so you can't call professional foul, and he was just marched immediately. So Scotland were given about a 20-minute head start, and they did lead the game early, 24 points to 0, didn't they? Something like that. So would that have made a difference? Probably not. But it would have been interesting to see what the scoreline could have been were it not for that head start that Scotland were handed here today. And as I say, I've got absolutely no dog in the fight. I don't support either team. We only covered this game because I happened to be awake for it. It was not even on my schedule for this weekend. We just happened to cover it because I happened to be awake. So I don't have a dog in the fight. I just want to see a good game of rugby as Scotland now secure the turnover ball. This penalty, 65 minutes in. They'll surely rack up 50 here, Scotland, before the end of the game. 15 minutes for another try. You just want to see a good game, basically, is what I'm saying. And I feel like we were robbed of that a little bit. As a neutral, I feel like we were just, we had that taken away from us with those early yellow cards. Dr. Pooh says, support Fiji, even though I am a recovering heart attack victim from the last game. Oh, we've had some good games this weekend. It's a shame about this one. I probably should have listened to my heart and not bothered with it. And clearly not straight there from Scotland, but he's allowed it to go, the referee. Honestly, Fiji come away with the ball. The rugby gods have smiled upon them again. But yeah, we've had some great games. Seriously, Kiwis versus Tonga. 25-24. What a game that was. All Blacks England, 24-22. And now we've got this one, 43-17. 13 minutes remaining. Muntz puts it into touch. And I've got on my phone here, I'm also keeping an eye on the Formula One qualifying. It is bucketing down in Brazil. It's going to be a very wet qualifying in the Formula One. Fiji back in possession. If anyone follows Formula One, just out of curiosity, there in the chat room. Any other F1 fans? Fiji, pick and go. Getting ever closer to the 22. And now they spill the ball. They come up with the error. And Scotland will get the scrum feed. 12 minutes to go. Can Fiji defend the 50? The game's over. Can Fiji defend the 50? That's what we're looking at now. That is the storyline. Can Fiji defend the 50? Tania Godwin says the All Blacks were overall very lucky. Oh, very poor and damn lucky to win. Stephen Bissett, will this game come down to a drop goal like the previous games? No, absolutely not. No, I'm afraid this one's over already. 43 points to 17. 12 minutes remaining. Scrum down here for Scotland on their own 22. Scrum collapses. Referee says we'll have a reset. It would be the miracle of all miracles for Fiji to come back into this one with 12 minutes remaining. 43-17. It would be the definition of a miracle. It would actually rewrite the definition of a miracle were it to happen. Scrum resets. Scotland with the feed. Fiji get a big shove on, but collapsing again. Referee's had enough of it. He doesn't care. Play on, he says. Scotland attack the left-hand edge. Vandermeer steps back in field. And he'll go to ground. 40 out from their own try line here, Scotland. Sutherland sets up another ruck. Numbers out to the right. They've got space to burn. And scooting down the short side, but losing the ball forward is Huw Jones. And that is a let-off for Fiji. They are defending the 50. They don't want to leak 50 points. Nobody wants to leak 50 points. No, absolutely not, Stephen. There's 10 minutes left. 43-17. What's that? 24, 31, 38. So they need 4 converted tries in 10 minutes when they've got 3 tries in the entire match so far. It's probably not going to happen, yeah? And the referee would, even if they got close, the referee would find a way to not give it to them. He's honestly been shocking. He has honestly been so bad. I mean, I really do hate to call referees out as being biased, but this has been disgraceful. And now he's calling Fiji out again. Is he going to pull out another card here? Oh, he is not calling out another yellow card, is he? Surely. He's called the Fijian front row out here. And he's having words with them. He's having very serious words with them. Keeps the card in the pocket. But he had very stern words with them. Fiji. What could have been? They started poorly. Cheers, Tania. Very much appreciate that. Scotland throw into the line out, secure the ball. Set up the rolling maul. Fiji defuse it. Oh, illegally, says the referee. Penalty advantage. And now Scotland break through. Space out to the left. The pass to Vandermeer is on point. And Vandermeer will score in the corner. And here comes the 50 for Scotland. playing under penalty advantage. And Vandermeer scores, and this will bring up the 50. Beautiful set-piece play. Using the width of the field. Oh, round the back pass. Hastings, round the back pass. Just to add insult to injury. And this conversion to bring up the 50. Hastings is on target. Just shaves the upright. And Scotland bring up the 50. 50 points to 17. Some fancy work there. Tui Pelotu with the no-looker to Hastings, who then threw... Hello. Who is that? Tui Pelotu with the no-looker to Hastings, who then threw it around the back. And Vandermeer scores out wide. Seven minutes remaining. $50 points to 17. Scotland back in possession. Out to the left they go. They've got numbers again. Vandermeer will be in play again here. Down the left-hand edge he goes. Cuts back in field. Inside Fiji's territory. Another good run from Vandermeer. Penalty to Fiji. Oh, and someone's done it. Oh, someone's got cramps. Someone's got cramps there for Scotland. A penalty to Fiji. I must admit, I'm not entirely sure what that was for. Diving in over the ruck is my best guess as Muntz tries to chew off too many meters and fails to find touch. Scotland come away with it. They can counter-attack here from distance. Inside ball. And up over halfway they go. Setting up the ruck. Fiji slow to get back in defense. And Tuipulotu will take it forward. Back into midfield they go. Here's Williamson. Sets up the ruck ball. Staying on the left-hand edge they go. Hastings, cut out ball. Finds some space now for Huw Jones. Jones still going. Jones fights through three. Gets up and dives over the line, but that will clearly be a double movement. I don't know what he was thinking there, Huw Jones. He should have just stayed on ground and set up the ruck. Good morning, Terrell Legacy. Bright and early here, 5:30 a.m. Dr. Pooh says Steve Who is winning the Test cricket today. Oh, you're asking Stephen. Who's playing in the Test cricket today? Don't even know. I've got one eye on the Formula One qualifying, as I said. F1 qualies. Oh, India versus New Zealand. We are hoping for a miracle in the Formula One this season. Hoping for that gigantic man-child, the big crybaby, Max Verstappen, to be chased down by Lando Norris. Fingers crossed in the remaining 4 races. Five minutes remaining here. And we've come back for a penalty to Fiji. Five meters out from their own try. Oh, excuse me. 5 meters out from their own try line. They clear up to the 30. Can Fiji bag a consolation try? Dr. Pooh says New Zealand won a test series last week for the first time in India in 36 years. First loss for India at home for 12 years. Now, did they win the series or just that one test match? Dr. Pooh, you said New Zealand won test series. Did they win the series or just a test match? Penalty for Fiji. Scotland fail to roll away. Fiji fine touch just inside Scotland territory. Looking for consolation points. Fiji go to the middle. Oh, they won 2 tests and they're playing a dead rubber. Oh, well done then. Yeah. Well done to the New Zealand test team. I don't really follow it, to be honest, so I struggle, in all honesty. Look, I love cricket. I love playing cricket. But I do struggle to watch it. I even struggle to honestly get through a game of T20. A game of T20 is too long for me. We've talked about covering the T20 at least. We've talked about covering cricket here on the Wasted World of Sports, but at the very least, T20, I can't sit through a whole game, even of T20 is too long. Cricket is just too long. I'd need to call in the reinforcements. I could not, on my own, do a game of cricket, even T20. You know what I mean? There'd have to be other people involved. If there were other people involved, I'd be all for it. We can bring cricket to the channel if it's not just me. There definitely needs to be somebody I need to tag in, tag out. I mean, even the actual cricket commentary have teams of like 8 people, right? For one game of cricket, there's like 8 different commentators. I don't think we necessarily need 8, but I definitely need more than just me to get through a game of cricket. As Scotland, with 2 minutes remaining, win this line-out ball and set up the rolling maul. They are 15 meters out from the line. Into midfield they go. Crossfield kick for a completely unmarked Huw Jones. And that is just insult to injury. A crossfield kick. And Huw Jones is having a tea party by himself out there with his imaginary friends. There was nobody out there covering him. And another try for Scotland just to seal the deal here. Pinpoint accuracy with the crossfield kick. 55 points to 17. And Scotland have put on an absolute clinic here. I honestly thought that it might be a bit closer. But Scotland have put on a clinic. And they've just run away with this one. Conversion successful from Hastings. Another one. 57 points to 17. Tanya Godwin says, I saw Scotland play the All Blacks at Murray Field, and until the last bit of the second half, it was Scotland's game. The All Blacks weren't up to scratch then either. Oh, hey, Tanya, was this the game where Finn Russell was centimetres away from breaking through the defensive line to win the game at the death for Scotland? I remember watching a game, All Blacks Scotland, and it was a really, really flaky performance by the All Blacks. And Scotland nearly stole it at the end. Finn Russell was just like, he just got dragged down by the back of the jersey. And the All Blacks won by, like, I don't know, 2 points or something, 5 points. It was a very close game. Time is up on the clock here in Scotland. Passing the ball around Harlem Globetrotter style. They want some more points, perhaps. Down the short side they go. Scotland are not ready for this game to be over. Oh, I know, Jason. They're still chatting away here. Waiting for the Formula One qualies. Vandermeer with the fend off, gets the ball away. And Jones into open space. Passes back in field. Keeping the ball alive. Back for Vandermeer. Vandermeer is going to score under the post. And that is glorious. I mean, that is just beautiful play from the Scotland backs. And Vandermeer scores under the post. And that is a very, very deserving sign-off to this match. Duhan Vandermeer. Oh, he's put his foot on the line. He's put his foot on the touch line. It's not going to be a try. Well, he deserved that, to be honest. This is going to be scratched away. He's clearly put his foot on the line. It'll be no try. It would have been a sensational end to the match. But Scotland, as the referee, blows time off. Scotland way, way too bloody good tonight. 57 points to 17. No, Dr. Pooh, no Kiwis driving for McLaren, but as Stephen says, there is a Kiwi driving for Red Bull. Liam Lawson. $57 points to 17. One-way traffic here tonight. Fiji, they had their chances a couple of times there. They had their chances. No, don't do it, Dr. Pooh, because if you follow the Kiwi boy, it means you've got to follow Red Bull, and everybody hates Red Bull Racing. Red Bull Racing have ruined the sport of Formula One with their cheating and their crybaby leader, Max Verstappen. I swear to God, if I'm ever face to face with him, you'll hear about me going to prison for punching him in the face. Give him one of these. Jason Calloway says, how did you rate McKenzie in his game being subbed on? Barrett as well getting the start. I like it, Jason. I loved it. Damien McKenzie proved what we have all suspected all along. He is much better coming off the bench. and Beauden Barrett much better starting. %. The All Blacks tonight were a little bit flaky, but I think that's the team. I think that's the team moving forward. Damian McKenzie, look, I have torn Damian McKenzie to shreds over the past couple of years here on this channel, here on the Wasted World of Sports. I have ripped poor D-Mac to shreds, but I've always said I don't think that Damian McKenzie's a bad player. I don't think he's a terrible rugby player. I really don't. I just don't think he is an international level starting fly half. Utility, impact player off the bench when all the starch has been taken out of the game. Yes. And he proved it again tonight. Proved it once more tonight. He came off the bench. He made an impact. He made a difference. I don't think he would have done that had he been starting. Beauden Barrett was solid, took the starch out of the match, controlled the game early. They lost their way a little bit in the second half, the All Blacks. They got the job done in the end. I think Damian McKenzie's spot is in that number 23 jumper. Dr. Pooh says, I like every Kiwi driver. Scott Dixon, late greats, Possum Byrne, Peter Brock. Oh, Peter Brock. Yeah, Damian McKenzie did well tonight. Honestly, I've been harping on about him for a long time here on the channel. As we know, anyone who has spent any amount of time here on the channel knows I've really ridden Damian McKenzie pretty hard. But he did put on a good performance tonight. Wow, it is bucketing down here in Brazil. Unbelievable. All right, Wasted World of Sports. As you can probably tell, I am starting to lose my voice. We've done 3 games here tonight. 3 games is obviously taken me to my very limit of vocal ability. So I will sign off very, very quickly, very, very rapidly here. We will sign off, and I will say thank you very much for your company here. We will be live a little bit later on. The Rugby League Pacific Championships continues. PNG will be playing for their right to qualify for the main tournament next season when they take on the Cook Islands. So we'll be bringing you that game here later on today. PNG, Cook Islands, here on the Wasted World of Sports, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on TikTok. Thank you so much for joining us wherever you have joined us from. I very much appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time, wherever I catch you, whichever platform it's on. Until then, cheers.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby League or Union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted World of Sports, we're having a good